Hello. Hello.
Bone Masked Dog thinks you should do 20 squats.
Bop, 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 bop. There we go. All right, okay, there might be an update to all my like sounds or something like that must have happened. It wasn't going through my normal microphone for some reason. Like wavelength system, yeah, that's the defaults. Like what is up with all my playback? That was weird, but yeah, hopefully everyone's good now. Alrighty then. Do you like my new profile picture? Hang on a second. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool looking. Nice work there. Did you do it? Did you do that thingamadoogies? Anyway, I gotta do my 20 squats before Bone gets upsetties with me. Hang on. All right. All right, stretching. Here we go. Oh gosh, I didn't do a lot of these Monday, I should say. And I didn't schedule this thingamadoogie, and I still haven't posted any of the telegrams. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Thank you for the 20 squats, Bone. Thank you so much. It has been a while. Hang on, where's my microphone? Hear this panting. There we go. How's everyone this morning or evening? I'm no longer muted now, which is great. I got a fart cloud thrown at me. Thank you, Masonic. Was Bone Mass first? Yeah, Bone Mass was first. Then we got Masonic. How am I doing today? I'm doing fairly okay. So I've been back to work now for like the last Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. For the last 4 days now, because I didn't have to work Monday, which was great. And if I get upsetties, your femur is mine. Femurs. Oh. I only, wait, hang on. I thought I only had one femur. Hang on. Oh, no, I have two, because it's the big part of the leg. God, that took me a solid minute to come to realization with. I have two femurs. Plural. Woo. But yeah, hopefully, hopefully everyone is doing fairly all right tonight. But yeah, work's been work. I've done what I can in that area of expertise. Oh, someone gave me a follow like an hour ago. Who the hell is Arson Cat? Interesting. My sister. Your new nephew is named Grant. Oh my goodness. Did your sister name him because of me? Because of cool old me? Oh, my fingers aren't even. There we go. Sorry. So I keep looking to my left where the OBS thingy-majiggy is. Sure. Hell the fuck yes. Got a child named after me. I am really rolling in the riches here now, boys. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, so work. Yes. Doing that as per my usual business. And I'm on call this week, unfortunately, so...
Masonic 1776 paid me to say just relaxing on my favorite chair watching Twitch and Grant sexy.
Awesome. Funnies. But yeah, so yeah, I'm unfortunately on call this week, so if a phone call goes off from like work or what have you, I have to like stop what I'm doing and answer that phone call. So this is gonna be like real extra, embarrassing if they decide to call me at this time of the evening and such. And then I'm going into work again tomorrow because it's my turn to take on the Saturday shift. And I think that's that as far as... Why am I getting notifications? I thought I muted this shit. Oh no, it's telling me about thingamadiggies happening. Never mind. But yeah, so paste that in because I still have a few other things I needed to do. But yeah, so I got that going off at work, so hopefully it's not going to be too busy of a week for me. It hasn't been busy so far. Knock on wood. So hopefully tonight isn't going to be one with interruption or anything like that, or deciding to disrupt me in my sleep. So there's hoping for that. So any whoosies, you're not here to look at my delicious mug and all that kind of nonsense. You are here because there is a video game that everyone has been playing. Every Twitch streamer is probably going about this or going about some other kind of DLC to avoid anyone else playing this game, but I am currently going through The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Is my thingy-majiggy working? Yes, it is. So, spoilers. I've already started playing this a little bit. Also, I need to close the intro fighters. Congratulations, Masonic. You are the last person standing. Excellent workies. But yeah, so I have been going through Legend of Zelda in my own time because I first got it last week.
Dog has added quote number 389. You're not here to stare at my delicious mug.
Not exactly how you spell here, but sure. All right. Also, that reminds. But yeah, I have been playing this game for quite a bit. Okay, I have been playing this for, I've been playing this since last week. Grab that arrow. So I got it when it first came out on Friday, and I was at Furdu when all this was happening and such like that. And as tempting as it would be to like start at the beginning of Breath of the Wild and all the once that was done, do Tears of the Kingdom on stream for all you guys, I didn't want to have to go through Breath of the Wild all over again because I'm one of those like weird sort of RPG peeps, especially in my own private time, where if it's the first time I'm playing something, I am very likely going to explore like a good 80 or 90% of this area. I'm gonna, like, right now, this is my quest log, there's still the regional phenomenons. So, spoiler alert, the kingdom is in trouble again, and there's floating islands and shit. Princess Zelda is somewhere the fuck else, and now there's all these regional phenomenons going on. So Pura has directed me to search for Zelda in like these 4 different regions that are suffering under different phenomena. Joshua's heard a rumor that the princess might have been seen in Rito Village last, off in Herba. Still haven't gone to that or any of those places. Then we have this overall, like, the crisis at Whatsamahoozy. Remains strangely in the sky, though you saw someone who looked like the princess leave it, vanishing into light. We got the dragon tears, which apparently are doing some interesting memory shit for us. And then we've got... finding Princess Zelda. So really all we've done is a lot of side questing and just picking up different seeds and completing different thingamadoogs. So what's the side adventure? The search for Colton. Colton has taken his stall and set out in a journey to find something called Bubble Gems. Travel around higher... Yep, cool. And then we got uninvited guests. You defeated the moblin living in the woods behind. Report this to Emmy, who... fear of the monsters keeping him awake at night, was asked to watch over it, and he's starting to worry that the owner's not coming back. He asked you to try and find him. It seems the owner has gone out to change the survey team's bed sheets. Their tents are located in 4 different areas through, though, hang on. Though, not the well, not the history. Dies, not sure where the owner would be. Okay, so... I am just getting distracted and doing all kinds of different side nonsense, and then I'm going into this place called the Gloom. You heard a rumor that I was cute. Is that true? Absolutely not. I am totally incapable of being cute. Absolutely not. It's pure fiction. Do not listen to such rumors, especially since my cute rating is unable to be cute. I mean, look at that. Oh, actually, you can't see it because the robot doesn't get to post into that little chat thingy-majiggy. But if you check the chat, it will say that I'm incapable of being cute. Ow. Well, that was dumb. Oh, wait. Can I open this? No. Can't open that. None of these can be opened. There's a chest up there. Oh, I can take something? Ah, puff shroom. That's it. So, yeah. Nice himbo rating there. 68. So 86%. Sorry, I thought it was 68%. All right. What? Oh, this guy. Apparently, it will do something for me. 80% cute, though. I hear a rumor Masonic is cute. Masonic, you absolute fucking cutie. Also, I need to, like, fix my... Here we go. Boop. There we go. Welcome. This was once a busy refinery where a great deal of... I have something for you, but I do not think you're ready to receive it. Please visit the Great Abandoned Central Mine and return here afterwards. I'm sorry, the Great what now? God damn it. All right, and then... Let's see. So we got... all this cool shit, and then we have a conveyor belt there. Alright, so... But yeah, there's all these new, like, different abilities and what have you can use for traversal sake, which is interesting, so watch this nonsense. So you have this thing called Ascend. Oop, let's see, there. Can I... Is that too far? I guess it's too... Oh. I guess it's too far. So yeah, you can, like, go up these things. Oh. Oh, there we go. So you can, like, go through stuff, and then... Look at me, I'm at the top of the thingy-madiggy. And then I can... So it's, like, just a really cheeky get-out-of-jail-free card when you're going through dungeons and shit, which I really like, because you can just, like, shoot upwards and get out from a cave. A large crystallized charge. Neat. Equal to 20 normal charges. Nice. All right. This way. But yeah, this is what I've been doing for like the last week. I've put in like maybe an hour or two each night, and I'm just, you know, getting distracted on the regular, playing this game of like, ooh, a new place to go, and like not doing anything about the main quest line. I'm just exploring this shit. And then apparently there's like, oh no, that's the top of the refinery, I'm guessing. And then, is there anything else here for me? No, doesn't look like it. Alrighty, so something in here, perhaps? Strange rock piles have been seen all over this area. Climbing them is challenging, but not impossible. Their origin... We know they have one feature in common. A weapon floats at the top of each one. We don't know why or how, but it's pretty creepy. Weirder yet, these weapons have a sort of gleam to them. Glory to the master what's-mahoozies. Damn. Don't know what they do. Bananas! Hang on, I can use rock hammer. Oh, that's the other thing. So all the weapons have turned shit because of like a great calamity or some nonsense. No, the upheaving. Sorry. So that's why there's like things floating and shit. Ooh, that is a fully formed vehicle, I believe. Let me see if I can get into it. All right, jump in. Hey, check this shit out. So now I have like all this like electricity. I have like a battery, and I can use that battery to explore. So this is the gloom, by the by. Okay, so there's apparently a great central... What's this? Last location. A pin. A irregular phenomena. Oh, what's this? A spot marked on an old... Oh, Jesus, that's a ways. Buses. Code farted and his gas is corroding everything. Something like that. Yes. Alright. Did I already... delete that? Oh, wait. No, I wanted to keep that pin because someone told me... So if you look at, like, say, this thing, the Sashastra... Oh, no, not that one. This one, the Ethos. So... There's a shrine there, which is combat training and such. Apparently, there's a tree root there. Because if you look... And then... I'm going to put that there. All right. here we go. We are going to do some exploring, if I can drive this vehicle. Don't worry, chat, I'm an excellent driver. I don't think there's anywhere for me to go. Never mind, because this is just a... Ow. This is just a great big, pit. Yes, it is just a great big pit. Ooh! Things to grab. Hang on a second. And then... Let's see. Rock hammer... No, there we go. We'll go with this big buckle blade. So yeah, there's all kinds of threats around here. And then we have something called Poe. You have total faith in my driving? Thank you. Once I get into a once I get into a driving game that's not just Mario Kart, you will all see the pinnacle of my skills. It will be there, and then I will dab on all the other racers, and, yes. Man, my goodness, I have really, like, just gone down in quality of conversation, haven't I? I've just been so, like, absorbed into this game right now. Oh! So yeah, so there's materials you can throw. So rather than having like different kinds of arrows, you instead have materials that you can attach to arrows or you can just throw manually. Jump, jump, jump. If any of you have played Breath of the Wild before, a lot of this will be very similar. Iron spike ball, hopefully. There we go. Oh yeah, this Zonite is a resource, a very important resource. Alright, and then we climb up here. And hopefully, yes, this is the... Is this the right climbing gear? Hang on. Yes, this is the climbing gear. This makes it so that I can climb up surfaces, like, much faster. And then... So I use those things. And I don't want to touch any of this red goopy shit, like, because it will do this. It'll want to, like, take away my health, like, not just like a piece of my health, but it will take away like my maximum health. It's absolute insanity. It's unfair. Ooh, these are bombs. And then is that? Have I... Oh, I've already seen it before. Alright.
Yeah.
So yeah. So these bright seeds are to help light my way so I don't accidentally run into that red goopy shit. And I can see where I'm going. Yeah, a lot of exploring. I could stop exploring and, you know, do the thing that I'm supposed to do, like, going off and completing more of the main quest, like going to the Rito village or whatever it's called. Ooh, actually, can I go up this thing? Yes, I can. Swimming through... Yep, there we go. Awesome. Look at me go. Look at me traversing. I'm just a motherfuck. I'm just engorged in this. Dink. Avoid that. So yeah, so long as I don't stand in it forever, I should be good. Yeah, fuck all that shit. Oh, wait, hang on. Maybe. Alright. Alright, hopefully if I climb up this part... Oh, donk. Donk. There we go. And then... I think there's a great big wall. Can I not go that way? No, I guess they don't want me going that way because there's a great big wall thingy-majiggy there. Alright, you know what? 'Tis a silly thing. Let's go exploring the surface. Alright, so we got that tower there. And then we got the shrine here. The Karu something village. And then we've got... I think I did. And then we got the dueling peaks there. Something over there. Tower there. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? All right. I still want to find out like where our dude is. So I am going to go here. We're gonna fast travel out of the underground. There's a new bird person to rival Cass. Is there now? Is there now? I don't believe you. I don't think furries are that shallow about, you know, going to an entirely different sort of whatsamahoozies, bird person. Besides, I haven't seen them yet. I have been, you know, way too busy exploring all this shit. Alrighty, so, I've checked... Ow! I've checked that camp there. I'm pretty sure I've checked that one there. Oh! So I need to go to that one there, then. I need to make my way around. Can I climb this? Yep, cool. Awesome. Alright, and then I need to make my way across to there. Ooh. Alright, here we go. Hi there, Jason. Welcome to the stream. I'm going through Tears of the Kingdom. I'm not going to start from the beginning. You guys are just going to have to make do with the fact that the princess is missing. She disappeared in like a thing of light. We have to start from like the beginning or some nonsense.
Hello.
Like going through shrines and things. Ooh, I don't think I have a photo of that. No, I do have a photo of that. I have a photo of that too. Blue nightshade. Some silent shroom. All right. I am going to try and jump to that set of tents. That's it. That's the word. I am doing very fine this evening, Jason. It was very tempted, however, to order some pizza. All right, let's see. Can I climb this nonsense? Oh, hell yeah. Look at me go. Oh my, wake up. Wake up! Oh dear, oh dear. This isn't the place to go to sleep. So Guru's not far off, and he finds out someone's been sleeping on one of the stone slabs, a priceless artifact. I will be the one who gets it. Where's the inn owner? Huh? The inn owner is him! That's the guy there! He came to change our beds, but then I realized he's fallen sound asleep. Nothing wakes him up. I tried shouting and then shaking him, nothing. What's more, he decides to doze off on top of a priceless stone slab. He's been saying truffle now and then. Maybe he's having a dream of eating a hearty truffle. I wonder if he'd wake up if he smelled one right under his nose. But it's hard to get a hearty truffle. They're pretty rare, and if I find one, however... And then he, like, looks over. If I was bobbing along under the waterfall, I don't know if someone dropped the truffle there or if it floated in from somewhere else. At any rate, I hope he get off the stone slab soon. Yep. Cool. All right. No need about going all the way over there because I have a hearty truffle somewhere around here. Hang on. Hearty truffle. There we go.
Oh.
A gentle aroma with a strong and hearty undertone. My dear hearty truffle, I have you now. Hey, I didn't decide to, like, desecrate the tomb. That was Princess Zelda that wanted to explore into the castle. Was that a dream? Where is I? Oh yeah, they were changing beds. And need to head to an inn, or else the travelers will be mad with you. Cool. Awesome. I want my... Get your feet off the stone slab! Lol. The second I wanted to pick up my hearty thingy-majiggy, and they're like, no, get your feet off there! This is one of the priceless artifacts. Yeah, but you're holding my hearty truffle. There we go. Got it. No need to panic. I got my truffle. Oh yeah, there's islands just floating randomly about, so you gotta deal with all that nonsense too. Also, is that... Alright, so there's a shrine there we can go for as well, unless... Wait, have I already explored that one? Yes, I already have, because that's down to the... Where's my arrow? Doesn't say. Alright. Jump. Wonder where this goes. Oh, and then there's a tower up there. Okay, that's gonna be worth checking out. But yeah, this is me. Most RPGs. Studying the Sky Islands. Huh? You're not with the Survey team. This is essential. It's dangerous here, but if you're this... Da, 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 ba, 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 ba. As long as they're about... da, da. No, I don't have any questions. Tyree Town could improve the balloon. I wish I had a reason to head northeast. Ah,
Thank
Jesus!
you, Jason, for the 18-month Tier 1 sub.
Thank you so much, Jason. I greatly appreciate it. Now I'm dead. And I can dive into this water if I want to. Oh, hey, hang on. There's a... What's-a-mahoozy? Hang on. Bink? Nope. This one. There's a... That's a Easter Island head from the looks of it from this distance. Stream over. Everyone go home. Streamer dead. Yeah, no, exactly. This is what... This is why... This is what people worry about. All right. Can I go higher? Dun. Can we get much higher? So high. Oh. Yeah, we can go higher. All right, cool. Oh, no, 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 no. Damn it. All right, note to self. Do not, like, do the thingy-majiggy. Hi there, Mixa Homito. Welcome, welcome. Would I sleep with Cass? No. If you're talking about the bird person, no, I'm sorry. They're just not of my interest, I'm sorry to say. I very much am a fan of the Garuda ladies, however. Them big ladies I will absolutely sleep with. Alright. Let's see how well we can climb up this thing. There we go. Look at us climb this thing. Like, get a view of the... of, like, around us and see if we can... Oh, nope. There we go. No, don't... Link, you idiot. You dumb himbim. He's not a himbo because he's, like, not super strong and muscular. He's just a himbim. Look at this place. Ooh, a rock. Get ready for some PTSD, chat. Yeah! Haha! Excuse me. Wait, Cass is the fish? No, I thought Cass was the bird person, not the fish people. All right. So there's a tower over there. There's a tower over there. Tower over there. We've already gone to that tower. Oh, there's Hyrule Castle over there. Right now it's just floating, so don't worry about it. Okay. I reckon I want to try going for that. I want to try and go for that tall-ass tower. So I'm going to go for where that yellow is. We'll see if we can get to it before sunrise, and then detour to the right. And I'm not a monster. Look at this zebra. Look at I am the pinnacle of... Oh my goodness! Blue nightshades. Excellent. I don't know what I'm going to use them for, but actually they'll tell me. At night, gives off a soft glow, cooking it to increase your stealth. Awesome! Dun. Neat. Ooh, a silent princess. I'm pretty sure... Oh, no, I do already have a photo of that. And then a nightshade, and then another silent princess. So this is one of the other, like, Korok challenges you can do is... Here's this dude with a fucking rucksack. Like, I could easily, like, just pick up that thing in one go. But then he has a buddy all the way over there. My friend is sending up a smoke signal. I can't wait to catch up. I'm so tired, though. I can't move. Like, he wants me to take him all the way over there. Like, I don't know, dude. That is a long fucking ways away. So here's what we're gonna do. First and foremost, I need to make sure I don't get into trouble with those guys. Alright. Get ready to see some cool shit, alright? Now, I can read this, don't worry. Bomb. There we go. You put a bomb flower on the end of the bomb, and then... Oh, wait. There's the... Oh my goodness. Look at that fucking skill. Oh, it drops 2 bombs when I do that. Oh, that is hilarious. Alright, Alright, fire fruit. And then... Boop. Yep, and it only costs 1 resource when I do it. There we go. There we go. I love this new bow I've got now. Oh, this guy's dropping bombs or some shit. Get fucked. Gotcha. Give me my seared steak. Did it. Oh, that's just a police or something. Look at my work. Look at the chaos and destruction I ensue. Also, fuck you. Thankfully, those guys just take 1 hit and they're down. But now I have to go back up and get the fucking Karoke from up there. Ooh, a blue Lizzle blade. A solid stick cut from the crooked branch of a tough tree. It has a high durability and then... Alright, cool. So... I am going to get rid of this honeycomb thing to pick up this thing, Madoog. And then using this... So this is the useful thing about some of these abilities. And then... Oh! More things I can carry. Arrows. Helian shrooms. Awesome. Alright, now I need to go back up to that thing, get the Karoke, throw him down here, make sure he doesn't go away so... Make sure he doesn't go so far that I can't help him. Alright, let's see. Alright, yep, use the Ascender. There we go. Alright, and now we need to climb up that thing. Thank goodness I have the rock climbing gear on, because then I can just climb up this thing with such upper body strength. Look at him, fucking nothing on that wall, and he's just taking it like a champ. And he's up. There we go. Alrighty, ooh, tree, hang on. Oh, nothing happens to that tree, cool. Alright, ooh, we can pick up more nightshade. Excellent, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the nightshade. Alright, and then we got this dude here who can't lift himself up. So now... So hopefully, if I drop him there... Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. No, do not go that far. Okay, cool. And there he is. Now I can just... Now I just carry him like a little bitch. Grab this. Alrighty. So I need to go... I think our best means of getting to his buddy is... Let's take the long way around. And try not to fall... Try not to fall down. Alright, so if I lay him there... No! No, 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 no! 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 No, 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 no! Oh my god. No, you son of a bitch. Alright, there we go. Fuck you. Just carry a smaller bag, please. Alrighty. Where's his friend? I probably should have marked on my map, like, where his friend was, so then that way I could just navigate via that way. But I can probably just talk to him again, and he will tell me exactly where he is. So, oh, Jesus. Look, oh, stop rolling. There we go. Alright. How close? Oh, cool, he's just up there. Excellent. I was worried I'd have to go, like, a lot further. Pick up all those yellow jellies. And grab you. Look at this little dumb... Look at this little dumb guy. How can I see the himbo titties? You're looking at them. They got titties. Don't know what more you could ask for. All right, let's see. Can I run up this thing? Yes, I can. Can I run up this? Yes, I can. Yum. There we go. Ain't no way you're stealing my shirt, though. Who did the himbo cam, though? Jason! Why you himbo camming? Ah, there they are. There's the Karok's friend. Alright, so if I put you... There's my friend! Alright, and then if I go B... Alright, cool. Thank you for bringing my friend. We get 2 Korok seeds. Yes. All done. Alrighty. Alright, so there's a tower over there, and then there's a big tower over there. Wait, what am I pointing at this direction for? Oh, I was probably... Hang on. Yeah, so apparently there might be a shrine somewhere in that vicinity. That's why I put the thingy-madiggy there. Alrighty, here we go. How is your evening going, Mix Homito? Do not de-himbo me. Please, you've only just came here. Please do not de-himbo me. I beg you. Alright, oh, I am right on top of where I need to be. Okay. Ooh, you have information. You have tread upon the land of a sacred shrine. My task is to guide here the sacred shrine by... Dye the white pattern black when the sun awakens in the sky. Then will the sacred shrine appear. The shrine will appear when you unlock the true meaning of these words. Okay, so clearly... I need to cover up that aspect there. Alright, so the best... So what I need to do is... I need to... Alright, Oh, there's a little... Alright, hang on. So, put you... I wish... Alright, and then slot you in. So obviously what they want me to do is at high noon, they want me to use my ingenuity to cover up that... Actually, can I move this out just a little bit further? No, it has to be all the way. Okay. I guess they've thought of everything. Alrighty. First and foremost, I'm going to need ruby rod. Cool. That will help. Alright, and then... There we go. I'm gonna sit until noon. You woke up a bit... Oh, it's the morning for you. You're gonna draw silly big furries? Ooh! Silly big furries? Big muscular furries or big, Hang on a sec. I have the sound effect for it. Are we talking... Hang on. I got the sound effect. Are we talking, big furries? Like... Oh, there's no sound. What the fuck? Why is there no sound? Why is there no sound? That close up? Yeah, no. They need to see me. They need to see me in all its glory. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Nope. Hit cancel on that. Ding. Did you hear that? Thank you. Are you gonna do the boops? Yep, you heard it. All right. Are we talking about like big muscular, like the like boom, super muscular, or are we talking about like the big furries, like those kinds of furries? If you catch my drift. Oh, actually, here's another one. Here's another one. Honestly, it took me so long to learn what that was called. It's called a timpani. The drum you're thinking of is called a timpani. Oh, wait, hang on. This is the afternoon already? All right, hang on a second. Morning then. I think we need to go for the morning. So then that way it's... So it's a sunrise. Oh, fuck's sake.
The blood-stained moon shines upon the land. The aimless spirits of slain monsters return to flesh. The world.
Oh, the world. Your facial expression makes it better. I really wish... I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think I do, like, good facial expressions yet. Because you see streamers that are able to do, like, you know, some real pog sort of stuff where they're just sort of like, hang on, let me see if I can force it. Oh. Ooh. Oh. Ah. Ooh. Moo. Oh, damn it. Like, so... This one does it based off of visual thing. Ooh, hang on. Maybe this is it. 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 I just need to get it in the right position. In the right... Alrighty then. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so I need to put this... There we go. Oh, no, that's not perfect. Damn it. No. Nope, that's not it either. Ugh. And I think it's too late. 'Cause, yeah, so that thing's in the middle. So that can't go there. Can't be either of those things, I don't think, then. Is there a way for me to, like, just use the hand to, like, rotate this thing? Oh my god, that just makes it so much easier. Alright, hang on. So... maybe I should go until night. I already know the solution to this puzzle. It's just a case of, you know, putting it in the right position. So, maybe with nighttime... Alright, so... that needs to be... so there needs to be two. One at the bottom and one at the top. So... and the sunrise will most likely come from over there. Alright. Morning. Alright, we have a limited amount of time. Because it's going to cross over into a thingy-majiggy. And then... alright, here we go. So. There we go. All right, so is it this thing that's... Yes, that's the thing that's dictating that. So that needs to be up there. And then this thing needs to go the other way around, I want to say. Like that. No. No, nope, 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 nope. That needs to go down there. And then in just a moment, damn it, I missed it. All right, hang on. Morning. It's gonna... Hey there, Arlo! Welcome to the stream. Good evening. Hopefully you're doing all right. I am doing puzzles. All right, watch this shit. So it's 5 a.m. right now. And then that thing there is going to open up a shrine. I'm just gonna grab these things while they're there. Some splash fruit. How is it going? How is the stream? Wait, are you streaming? I'm trying to remember if you were one of the many streamers. All right, here we go. Awesome. All right, this is it, chat. This is it. At like 6:30 on the clock. Okay, you can't see my clock because it's in the bottom right, where the temperatures are and shit. All right, hang on. Dink. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get ready, chat. Get the fuck ready. Just chilling. You may stream on Sunday or Monday. Okay, well, if... Hang on a sec. Maybe... Does someone have a... Do I have the shout-out button? Hang on. I got a bonk. I don't have a shout-out button. Damn it. I need... Wait, I can shout out people. Hang on. There we go. Erlu. What the fuck? Hang on. Did I have that the wrong way around? Alright, hang on. Maybe it is meant to be that way. And then slot you into here. No, not like that. Alrighty. Hello. W avatar? An avatar? I'm not one of those blue peeps. I'm one of those cool zebras. Look at these stripes. Aren't they cool? Ow. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you. Alrighty then. Get ready, chat. This time I've got this set up correctly. Look at them stripes. Look at these stripes. Aren't they cool? Those are cool stripes. I think they're cool stripes. Don't know why anyone would try and knock stripes. They're real fucking awesome. Come on. All right, here we go. Here we go. Pretty poggers. Pretty... No. Oh, god damn it. All right, hang on. I need to... Here we go. 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 And... All right, so you see that? You see that one there? Here we go. And... Yes! So we are allowed to have like a little bit of that extra nonsense on the edges there, but we did it, chat! I did it. Also, I need to type in a password. Shrine. Hopefully we don't have to go through like a trial in the shrine, but it would be great. Whoa. Just cool noises. Dying to find it. Great one. To be a Himbo Zeeb, for Himbo Zeebs, you're pretty smart. Look, it's one of those cases where there's like a lot of knowledge, but it's a lot of like maybe surface knowledge with maybe some like depth when it comes to like creative processes and such. I haven't been able to write anything more than like a novella, unfortunately, and it doesn't work out really well. But, you know, it's enough knowledge to really get by. But then the minute you ask me to, like, you know, try and, you know, confirm further anything, I cannot tell you shit. I will probably fuck up somewhere. And besides, like, a lot of the puzzles I'm doing are very easy puzzles. It's not like I'm playing Professor Layton or something like that. Like, if I was playing a Professor Layton game, then this would be an entirely different experience. Magic Scepter. I'm gonna drop this to get that. And then we go up here. Dunk. Examine. Doot. Doot, doot. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, boop. Visitor to the Shrine of Light, that which imprisons the thingamadiggy. You have done well to reach this place. Yep, cool, thank you. So that's that's like the first princess of Hyrule and shit, and that's her goat husband. Yay, and we now have 4 orbs, so we can like upgrade a thing. Yay. All right, we got that done. Check that off. Get that squared away. Training your horse. Horses that you... the more time you spend adventuring with a steed and shit. Yeah, I don't have time to train a steed. Alrighty. Don't... Alright. So, we got that one done. And... let's see, so... I'm gonna see if we can get to that one. Oh my goodness, is that what I think it is? A blue-maned Lionel. It's one of those guys. Is he just... Oh, he sees me. Okay. Please ignore me. I'm gonna go this way. You can't see me if I go behind the rocks. Hey, look, a goat. The aliens were into furries since forever. Well, to be fair, the goat people were like gods, so it would be like if Anubis like sprung up into life. I feel like if Anubis became real all of a sudden, even devout Christians would drop their religion and go, "Yay for the jackal furry daddy." I reckon it would happen. And then we got some cool things here. Ooh, rock? Rock. Rock. Okay, what's happening here? What's this? Oh, it's a Sunderline. Cool. And then a lot of cool stuff. And then we got a elevation thing. Oh, there's a Kurok. Sneaky river snail. The large glow in the dark. It heightens your senses so you can move around silently. Awesome. Cool. Let me take a I'm using the controller because it's got like a little bit of like gyro in it, so you can like adjust your angle. I quite like it. I'm not a huge fan of it being able to do like sweeping changes, but I do like that it can make small changes here and there. It just makes me feel just a little more accurate when it comes to like ranged shots. Their friend. Oh, their friend's over there. Okay, that's gonna be an easy one. Easy. That's too easy. There we go. Alright, sorry, I just had to check some things. Alrighty, first and foremost, grab you, and we're just gonna carry you like the child you are. Look at this child. Oh, mushrooms. Yes, I'm gonna take a photo of a lot of things. I'm like one of those like American tourists that go to Africa and it's like, look at all of the birds, and then just start taking photos of birds. No, not you. It's not doing a perfect job of like keeping track of my. There we go. Okay, so it wants me going. Lol. There's probably a better way to get to his friend with the tools that were right beside me, but I really don't give a shit. I will just drop him, and I'll just carry him like a baby and drop him wherever. Get some herbs. And there's his friend. Give me your seed. Thank you. Gotcha. Ta-ta. Alright, let's see if I can... And now we keep moving. We keep exploring. We keep going places. And we check under rocks. Ooh! Cricket. There we go. Man, look at us go. Look at this exploring. Look at the skills. The mastery. Kill the deer. Thank you. Iron shroom. So yeah, we're going for that thing. We're going for the big tower. Ooh, silent shroom. Thank you very much. Ding ding dink. Prime meat. Excellent. But yeah. Wait, is Anubis like the strongest of the Egyptian gods? Not like the Egyptian god cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, but like the actual Egyptian gods. Oh, what the fuck is that? Is that a waterfall? In the sky? That doesn't make sense. How does that work? You think... No, Ra's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Oh wait, no, it is an actual god. Hang on. No, my bad. Sorry, I was thinking of the winged dragon of Ra for a second there. Nope, that is an actual Egyptian god. That's the god of the sun, isn't it? Like that's the bird with the power of the sun. Oh my god, look how big and pretty this wide open area is. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Himbo moment, yes. There will be a few of those, I'm gonna be real with you. They're not clipped very often, however, because everyone that normally watches my streams are watching it at like 4 in the morning for themselves, so they're having like a real hard time trying to keep up. Huh. Okay, so the Philian Highlands are what's-a-who's. And then... Oh, there we go. That's the water. Alright. Can I cross this thing without it being a problem? Hopefully so. Ra is the god of the sun. Excellent, excellent. I knew I was correct about something. I am a genius some days. But yeah, like I said, it's like a weird like plethora of knowledge. Like I know how to play Magic the Gathering, but if you ask any of the people I play Magic the Gathering with, they will tell you I have no understanding of threat assessment. Like it's really shoddy at best. I'll just, you know, I'll just get angry and, you know, want to do things my way. Alright, hopefully I can get up this thing without too much of a problem from the water. Yeah! So, I am what I am with my things. Alright, so there's a tower there. And then... Ooh, hello. There's a village! Jesus Christ, how far away is that? Oh, that is a ways. Maybe I should have taken a horse for some of this traveling. Midnight blue, thank you. Nope, nothing of interest in you. Like, Jesus Christ, like, look at this place. Alright, I'm going for it. Let's see if I can get to the... Cookie for Teme! Here's your cookie, Teme. Ooh, a horse. Alright. Watch this, chat. Witness the fucking absolute skill of... Soothe, soothe, soothe. Oh, hell yeah. Himbo of Hyrule. I like that title. No, 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 no. Mount, 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 mount. There we go. All right. Look at that.
Jason036 thinks you should do 20 squats.
Like, ooh, hey, whoa, whoa. I guess I have to take things the wrong way. Where's the down? How do I get down from here? Look at me. All right, fine. Let me do my 20 squats. Such a great game. Are you annoying it? I am not annoying it. I'm enjoying it, however. I'm enjoying it, though. I got it last week, and I've just been doing exactly what you're seeing on stream right now, which is I'm finding one place to go, and I'm going somewhere else and exploring that place. That has been how my evenings with this game have been going off stream. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Thank you for the 20 squats. Thank you, Jason. All right, moving on. All right, so there's another waterfall there. Oh. Here we go. You ready for this? You ready for this? You ready for this? Ow. Fuck you. Oh. I need to eat something. Steak. Hi there, Snake Gamer. Welcome to the stream. I can take it off the thingy-madoogie. Wait, is the horse gonna come back? Oh, it's still there. Hi there. Are you a traveling adventurer? Though I may not look it, I am a monster hunter of some small renown. I spend my days traveling the land of Hyrule in search of a myriad of prey. Of the fellow named Colton, I'm currently hunting bull... Oh, yeah, I know about this. Question is, which cave? Cool. I know about that. Alright, there's the horse. How many religions have you beating? Oh, how many regions? None. I'm gonna be real with you. I have just been exploring, okay? And I've not gotten all this map done. I wanted to get, like, the towers done before I started going for missions. Oh, and then there's, like, a powerful outfit there I need to get. I'll get you another time. Alright. Ow. Okay, let me go for a big meal this time. Something that will increase my strength. Hot weather attack. Grants a low level in hot environments. I guess that will do it. Yes, flurry rush. There we go. That's fine. You beat it. You beat it all, and you found a piss horse. I'm sorry, the what horse? Don't. There we go. I can't carry the sturdy, thick. All right, here we go. Ow. Dick. Okay, what's a good... Ow. Never mind. There we go. All right. I need... Let's see. Blue Lazo will be useful. I'm gonna get the broadsword. Yep, because I can hold... Ooh! Rice. Didn't know I can get rice there. Alright, spike, sturdy, thick stick. Nope. At least I know where to go for rice. If it's any... Give me more rice, please. Maybe the color? Oh yeah, the piss, the piss thing. Give me rice. Alright, take a photo of this real quick before I forget. Oh, wait, no, can't take photo. Okay, I thought I could take a photo with it, so then that way I could learn, like, where to find it again. Alright, is this... Ooh, 8-fold blade. And then... There we go. I love how I have improved sneak strike, and it's a giant iron mace now. Oh, arrow. There we go. And then... a blue boss. Take a photo. There we go. Oh. Okay, I need normal food next time. Or I can just eat a shit ton of apples. I want to see if I can trap him. Give me a sec. Oh my god, I can. That is hilarious. That is amazing. Oh my god. I'm burning him. Look, I'm not even doing anything. I'm just holding him here and burning him. There we go. Oh, that is cruel. Oh, that is cruel. I love that. Oh, and then I can take a photo of this. The electric lazo horn thing. Oh my good. Yeah. What I do to get rice? Hold down attack with a broadsword and you cut grass. Oh, it's probably a range thing. Alright, can't carry any more of the broadsword variant. Shame. Alright, but I can grab all this! And more arrows. And then... lift you up, throw you aside, drop you down. Oh, do not get crushed by the thing. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. There we go. Alright, hang on, let me see. So I've got that long thing. The magic... Oh, actually, you know what? Drop you to pick you up. And then... Alright, let's see what else there is. That is that is probably a good way to do a pacifist run. Oh, hello. There we go. Alright, I just need to avoid the bombs. And get more arrows. There we go. Oh, and there's even, like, more shit here. Awesome. Alright. Roasted bass. Thank you. Ding, 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 ding. Alright, what's in you? Dun, 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 dun. Awesome. Let me see. Can I take photos? Oh, no, they're all just treasure chests. Cool. But yeah, I saw it on a TikTok, honestly, that someone like just grabbed like a cage and just like guided them into and like had them burning in a thing. Gnarled wooden stick, a very swingable stick by honing a dried branch to the proper thickness and oh, okay. Yeah, drop that to grab that rock hammer. And then alright, let's lift up this cage, put you aside. And you'll tell me it's dangerous here, aren't you? I knew you would come. You dispatch the monsters with such impressive skills. Yes, I have decided to like burn one in a cage. Take this. Assault grilled meat. Ooh, nice. On second thought, you deserve more than that. Here. Sneaky meat. I almost thought that said sneaky meaty. I thought there was a Y at the end because of the fry at the end for seafood fry. No, I can't insult you with that pathetically small show of thanks. Take this too. Ooh, that's nice. Tonight is a crescent moon. A golden arch through the sky. She's beautiful, isn't she? Well, you'll have to excuse me. It seems dangerous to stick around, don't you think? Yes, you are absolutely correct. Now excuse me as I explore this area. Ooh, we can get to the tower. I don't know where our horse has gone, however, is this... Because that's the second problem, is I don't see our horse anywhere. Darn. Well, now we're back to just classically running across the landscape rather than bringing a horse with... I really wish I could just whistle from wherever and a horse would appear, but apparently you need to have the horse nearby in order to do that. Ooh, you know. Oh yeah, trees will do that. Fun fact, trees will just decide to pop out of the ground. Alright, hang on. Ooh, hi there, Phantom. Welcome to the stream. Damn it, I was really hoping I could get him in one fell swoop like that. Nice scores. Aren't you a horse? I'm a zebra. Alright, hang on. Let's see, can I light you on fire again? Yeah, I can light you on fire again. Also, what the fuck is with that sled? Alright, hang on. Nope. And that's them destroyed. Got some acorns, got some hightail thingamadoogies, got some branches, got all kinds of good stuff. Oh. Ooh, monster extract! A result of Kilton's research into monsters, the suspicious spice can be used to punch up dishes while cooking. It can be used to make a number of monstrous meals. Awesome. Interesting. Ooh, acorn. Rice. More rice. Fuck them trees? Yes, fuck them trees indeed. You're getting closer and closer to the points needed to de-himbofy me? No! Not the de-himbofying. You could extra himbo me. If you're close to the de-himboing, you can extra... No! Oh, no! My muscles! My beautiful muscles! They're gone! No! 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 Oh, there we go. Man, look at that mug. Absolutely amazing, ain't it? Alright, so we're trying to get to that tower there. Yep, hands. So I reckon what we'll do is we'll climb up this hill in order to... Cookie for Phantom! In order to get to that thing. Alright, come on. Slowly but surely. There we are. And dunk. Here we are, here we are, here we go, here we go. We're making absolute progress. Alright, pick this up. Anything under here? No, there isn't. Alright, cool. Alright, up we go. And now up here. Ooh, fruits. Dink, jump. Alrighty. And then... So, shock fruits up the wazoo. Alright, so we're gonna get to that tower. And I reckon the best way to get to that tower, like, with distance and what have you, is to, do the, Ooh, what's this? Cookie for Sky. Hey there, Sky. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Oh, hang on. Yes! Another puzzle solved. Hello there. Hi there, Code. Welcome to the stream. You almost missed out on the Korok sound as I picked up their Korok seed. Alrighty then. We're going to jump to that tower there. Sky's just vibing right now. Vibing's fun. Vibing is good. Alrighty, let's see how we go. Let's see how we doies. Meow.
Hello.
Not sticking around so you don't want spoilers. You're just coming to say hello. Not to worry. And as for spoilers, I'm gonna be real. There's not been that much going off story-wise. Oh, a rock. All right, note to self. We're gonna go onto that rock and see what it does. All right, you ready to see something cool? So we have recall, which instead of it pausing time or pausing an object in its motion, it reverses the motion. Look at this thing go. Look at it go. Look at it go. Look at it go. Look at it go. Up, up, up the tower we go. Let's see, is it gonna get us all the way? Can we get much higher? So high. Oh. There was another rock falling. But never mind. Watch this shit. Tower dive. Meow. Oh, it's these guys. Hope the village is okay. What do you mean you hope the village is okay? It's not often that we see travelers here in such gloomy weather. Then again, everyone has their reasons for going places. It's not as though we ended up here by choice. Do you know Lurelin Village? We used to live there. It's a small fishing town. You'll see it if you go southeast down this road and follow the signs. Though it's not much to look at now after the monsters got to it. In the blink of an eye, they ruined the whole village. The restaurant my wife has just opened, our house, everything gone. They just came cruising in on their boats like a bunch of pirates, so that's what we're calling them. Pirates. If you're going to the coast, be careful. You don't want them to spot you. Noted. Oh, there's the girl. There's the mom. Ooh, things we can pick up. Yay, I'm no longer de-himboed. Gosh darn you, Timmy. Ooh. So yeah, we're getting all these, like, fleet lotus seeds. What do they do? Boosts my movement speed. Okay. That might be actually a good one to make. Alright, here we go. We are going to hold on to this. Let's hold on to 3 of them. And 2 apples. Hasty simmer fruit. 3 points of speed up for 4 minutes and gives us, like, quite a decent amount of health. Alright, so we just made that. We have made a lot of different stuff. Alright, so we got those foods, and then we got the fruit mix. Simmer fruit, a baked apple. Don't know how we make the baked apple. Cook that again. Alright, ooh, let's try fire fruit. Oh, what's this? Helps you withstand the cold. Temporarily increase your power, increases speed, resistance against electricity, granting increase during thunderstorms, enhanced swimming, blinding any thingy-madiggies nearby, bombs, inedibles, stamina restoration, glowing effect, increases your movement speed, maximum thingies, makes it difficult to tell friend from foe, bitter cold, half a heart, increases your strength, increases your defense. Alright, so we're gonna go with this mushroom here, and then this mushroom here. Oop. Alright, let's see how this cooks. Let's see how that cooks with, like, those, like, 3 different mushrooms. No, turns into a mushroom skewer. Alright. Alright. Hold on to you. Ooh, let's try putting in some raw... Actually, you know what? Let's put in a little more meat. Let's do 2 meats to a mushroom. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, that's better. All right. 2 mushrooms. Let's try that. Gives us a little more of an increase. Okay. 1, 2. That. Sunny steamed meats. Increases your stealth. Raises your defense. Stamina recovery. Grown in lots of water, like risottos and rice. Alright, let's try this honeycomb. Dun, 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 dun. You gotta go? Not to worry, Phantom. Thank you for joining in as I do this nonsense where I'm cooking. No, do not eat it. Hold
Phantom
2 of the
demands
primes.
you drink.
Alright. 1 moment. Thank you for the hydrate. Ow. Alright, so we're holding on to 2 meats, and then we can add it for a nutty flavor. And then let's season the salt. Deep. Salted grilled prime meat. There we go. Alright, so we got enough meats. Now we need to try and deal with all of that. Alright, here we go. Let's use this thing. Let's see how well it does in... Nope, doesn't like it. Iron shroom, thank you. Alright, looks like we have to find our long way around this thing. Flint. What is this? Ooh, a knight's broadsword. Alright. Sort by type. Ruby rod, topaz broadsword. You know what? I'm gonna drop you. And then we have a knight's broadsword. Which, if I look at this... Powerful attacks when you're down to your last heart. Interesting. And then... So we got a torch there. Oh! I can just go up this thing. There we go. Now I'm on the other side of the what's-mahoozies. Although these wetlands do not make it easy to... Wood. Oh, what does this say? Hudson construction report. 10 pieces of wood, 120 rubies. I was cold from the rain, so I used them to warm up. Nobody called that a waste. 3 tents, 300 rubies. Awesome. Alright, so now... Climb up this thing. Alright. Now, is there a way to break off... Not from the looks of it. No, not while there's rain. Ooh, but I reckon if I instead make myself a shelter, I can then burn it. Alright, here's what's gonna happen. Alright, so we're gonna... Okay, I am going to be an absolute fucking genius, chat. Watch this shit. Alright, first and foremost, move all this down, and then... So we attach that together, and then I'm gonna grab these things. And then, so you go there. And then you go there. Because that way we use minimal resources to... Oop, and then... Oop. Okay, maybe I need another, Ooh, no, hang on. Okay, I got this. All right, hang on. Break that apart. And then break that apart. Here's what we do instead. We don't need, Alright, and then put you there. Put you there. Now, is that gonna be... What? No, it's not. So, we're gonna add in... Nope, not you. You. Here we go. No, get off. Not you. Alright, hang on. There we go. And then... Shink. There we go. So now... Oh. Oh, this is really wrinkling my brain. Here we go, here we go. So now if I do this, just to give it a little extra... Just a little extra protection as I now go and do this. Okay, probably not from that side. Let's try this side. All right, let's see. Let's see. Will this fire spread? Yes, it looks like the fire will spread. Come on. Spread further. Hi there, Yizid. Welcome to the stream. We're doing a little bit of arson. There we go. That's what we want happening. There we go. That's it. That's it. And then we open this up. And we have now access to a new tower. Absolute fucking genius. Absolute fucking genius. All right, here comes, here comes, here comes, here comes, here comes. I love how Link, when Link first saw those things, Link was absolutely shocked. He was like, oh my god, what are they doing? It was a real hentai moment. But now he's just like blasé of like, ah yes, tentacles. No problem. Moving on. Oh my god. Look at this. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. All right, so now we've gotten all that done. The East Necluda. And then we also have them sky things. Where's the saxophone and kazoos? I don't know. They're elsewhere. Don't question it. Alrighty. Alright. And now we're just falling to our deaths. Don't worry too much. Hang on. Is that... Oh wait, what am I thinking? Hang on. Oh, he just fucking poked me, did he? That's one of the disadvantages of having low armor and low health in this game when you start exploring far and wide. You start getting one-shotted by a few things. But I'm gonna be real with you, chat. Not my problem. Alright, dun 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 dun. Oh, god damn it, who dropped a bomb on me? Ooh! Ooh! Scribbly is online. Hang on a second.
Jason036 thinks you should do 20 squats.
Alright, so hang on. So that's Z, aka Scribbly Noodle. Oh, I need to do some shooting. Ooh. Hang on a second, hang on a second. I just need to double check something, okay? Give me a second. Da 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 da. Ding ding dong. All right, hang on a second. So what's to do, hot sauce? I have an idea, chat. Your mod is here. I'm sorry, I just forgot to like ask, hey, do a thingamadiggy. Alright, hang on. Oh wait, actually. Nice! Alright. Alright, so he's going through... I want to know what was the cost for the... Because I have a very crazy idea, chat. Nah, never mind. I'm gonna mute it on my side. So, because yeah, you don't need to hear all that. Also, check your Discord. I need to check my Discord. Hang on. Ding, dong. You need to add me as a mod on here. Oh, okay. Yep. There we go. Oh. Grrr. Alright, here we go. Bomb. There we go. And then, there we are. Okay, Iron Spike. Alright, and then... something to increase my... There we go. That will increase my strength. Also, I need to swap from that to this. Oh, you bastard! Just as I defeated everyone else that decides to throw a bomb at me. Urgh. here we go. And then, all right, what's this? A magical, it's said to have been wielded by who awoke the latent power of gems. Okay, that needs to be combined with something. Let's go equipping this. Actually, no, let's go equipping this. Sturdy thick stick with a blue Lizalfus horn. Okay, I need to be mindful of the thing that wants to try and, you know, drop bombs on me. There we go. And then... Oop. Alright, hang on. Where's the thingy-majiggy that gives me the extra stealth stuff? There we go. There we go. There we are. Ooh, Black Lizalfus horn. That sounds powerful. Did it! Dun 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 dun. Ding. Royal Clay... Oh, we can't get the Royal Claymore? Alright, drop this. Grab the Royal Claymore. Grab all this. Oh, he's done explaining shit. I have a sneaky idea, chat. Do I want to do this? Hang on a sec. I think I think there's a tweet that I can utilize. Where the F is it? Where the F is it? Dink. All right. Hang on. So, 50 spoonful of hot sauce. Okay, chat. Here we go. This is going to be insane. I'm gonna do something a little freaky, chat.
Blue Foxy Nicey Icy paid me to
Yes!
say I'm psychosexologist Chantel Otten, and for the first time ever, I'm bringing you into my private sex therapy sessions.
What are you?
Have you
what?
lost your sexual spark? Talk to me about pleasure. How do you feel about your sexual identity? Listen to Sex Therapy Sessions with Chantel
I feel
Otten,
confident.
only on Audible.
All right, so if you're wondering what I just did, this fucking Z is gonna eat hot sauce. So I didn't spend a lot of money when I was at Furdu. I was expecting to spend a lot of money, but instead, you know, I spent most of my days just, you know, checking out the dealer's den, not purchasing anything. And then there was Wall Pizza at another time, which I didn't take part in. So then I decided with some of that funds, I'm just gonna ruin this guy's time. They're gonna have to take on some hot sauce. They're either gonna take the hot sauce really well, or they're not gonna take it well at all. And I'm really curious to see how they will handle it. So, but yeah. That is their problem in the future. Hang on a second. I now need to Oh, they have made a grave error. All right, hang on. I need to give him a PNG. I'm gonna give him the Pog point. Give me a second. Avatar models. Rendered poses. Pog point. Cookie for Jason! Here you go. Also, Blue, what is with that advertisement? Can we get a shout out for Blue, by the by? They do streaming. Or the... Alright, hang on a sec. So I need to double check their incentives, because I did some... Alright. Your message or PNG stock to for the duration of the Subfest. Chibi of you or your OC added to a group picture with others. Illustrated history of your OC. Cool. Pog point PNG for the 10 sub incentive. Thank you, Jason, for the shout out. And then upload. I need to get my Z. Where is my zebra? Roleplay, characters, Grant, 3D reference, and so add that. And then who did my other reference? I'm trying to remember names right now. Sorry. Who did it? Who did my reference? It's someone. Someone did my reference. I just wish I remembered names. Is it? Nope. 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 There we go. And then dunk. Zebra riff for the chibi and headshot. There we go. All right, what are they saying? Dun, 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 dun. All right, cool. Now I'm done with them. All right, how is your evening going, Blue? You're just keeping an eye on Z's stream, as they're no doubt going to have to deal with some TTS nonsense in the near future. Because they are... So yeah, Scribbly Noodle is doing some sub fests. Don't worry about sending me subs this week. Send it over to Scribbly Noodle. Or you can send it to Blue, because Blue could always do with some subs. Chest. That's what I wanted to open up. Oh, Jesus, what the hell? Uh-oh. Crap, Z's dead. Oh, what the... Bastard. Steel Lazard shield. There we go. All right. And then I need to find... All right, so we did that tower. What's that? Me being an idiot. Ooh, tower. There we go. And then village over there. Hi there, Blue. Just did you see what I did at Z's stream? Did you see what I did? That man is gonna suffer. I hope he suffers. Like, some people can take their hot sauce well, such as myself. I don't know why. Maybe it's just an autism thing of not showing emotion and shit. But... Ooh, hang on. Just nearly died. Jesus Christ. Alright, here we go. Dink, and then... Here we go, here we go, here we go, and... Oh, I shouldn't have dropped, because I thought I had a bow and arrow to do my thing, and I didn't have the bow and arrow to do my thing. I'm an idiot. I am a real buffoon. Just built stupid. Just doing stupid shit. I am going to be doing some very stupid shit. Alright, hang on. Equipped. And then... we're gonna... eat something that's not so... Alright, eat you, eat you. Bomb. There we go. There we are. Ow. Who the fuck shot me? Damn it. Did not do the material. Destroy fuse material. There we go. That's what I wanted. Alright, where's the person shoot? There he is. Gotcha. Another victory for me. Victory. Hopefully I'm not going to have some of this power go straight to my head. Alright. Ooh, steak. Grab the steak. Thank you. Grab this. Grab you. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, I should probably give an update. So, one of the things that I might be happening is, for whatever reason... Ooh, high durability. Alright. Hang on, sort you. You know what? I'm going to drop you, because the Knight Sword is not going to help me that much. So, I have a family friend up in the States who's getting married. And my mom is, you know, friends with them as well and such. And she's like, oh, you know, they'd very much like you to come to their wedding. And I'm like, because, you know, because my grandfather, my mom's dad, is friends with my friend, this, you know, overseas friend's mother, and I don't, family connects with family kind of thing. And any whoosies. So my mom was like, oh yeah, this person will most certainly want you at their wedding. And I'm like, I'm in Australia. I don't think they would consciously invite me, knowing like the constraints of trying to get to A, a wedding, and B, in the States. So yeah, send them a text of like, hey, you didn't mean, like, my mom thinks you're trying to do this thing. You're not trying to do that thing, are you? And they're like, no, I'm trying to do that thing. I was trying to send you an Evite. And I was like, what? So, I'm going to have a conversation with my grandfather Sunday morning when it's like the evening for him to try and suss out what in the world is going on. And try and get some clues as to you know, what the hell is going on? Because Lord knows, I wasn't expecting going into the States anytime soon. And plus, it goes off during, like, a busy time for my office. Or, not for my office, but for the office I work at. Alright, here we go. Ready for this shit? Glide! Alright, hopefully we aim for this village relatively well. And... glide. The Hateno Village. No idea what this place is. I'm just taking random guess. The Zanmik Shrine. Boop. Press some buttons, do some things, see what happens. Hopefully something cool. Bum 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 bum. With the paraglider, you can glide down from high places. Cool, good to know. Thank you. All right, close that. Thank you. Scope it out. Alrighty. All right. Wait, did it say scope or scoop? All right, so we got a thingy there, and then a rolly thing there. And a lot of little balls down there. Alright. An electrical thing there. Ooh. Oh. Oh. It's one of those. There we go. So now that's rolling. Let's not touch the electrical. And... yeah, that's not gonna be enough. Move you around. I probably could have done that better. Actually, yep, I could have done that better. Alright, here's what's gonna happen. So, get you off. Alright, here's, I think, what it wants me to do. It wants me to scoop this. So... there we go. Oop. Alright, let's see if that does the job. Alright, so it's scoop. Alright, let's see. Let's see. Does it scoop? Oh yeah, it does a lot of... No! Oh. This is probably like a really dumb way to do what I'm about to do, but... Wait, why am I trying to be so tricky with this? Like, hang on. Dunk. There we go. And then... just grab the ball. And then... watch this nonsense. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. I'm gonna be real. It probably wants to teach me to scoot. Oh, okay, I'd only needed to do that once, and I decided to just break the entire thing and just being like, oh, I can just attach balls to this, climb up to the thing, and then grab it and drop it into there. Easy. Did it. Dun, 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 dun. Bloop. I am just that fucking good. Yeah. All right, now I can stop getting distracted. All right. Yep, did all those things. Focusing once more on the game. 25 seats, 5 routes, something shrines, and this place. Ooh, golden apple. And an apple. What is this place? Okay, so there's a school over there. Okay, there's people with weird heads. Hi there, Dark King Shiro. It goes okay. I'm gonna be real with you. I may have done something very financially ill-advised. Ooh, mumbling. Dun, 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 dun. What's the matter? You can tell me. Weird, handsome person. You look like you've been places. Sure. That's why I stick around here, checking out the scene, making sure no strange angels put the moves on Miss Ivy. That's what I would. Who's the Ivy? What did I do? I decided to give. I gifted 50 subs to Scribbly Noodle, and the reason why I did that is because, you know, it was kind of cool seeing some of the incentives there. But it was not for the incentives of like, oh, getting a cool little chippy from him or getting a headshot from him. Because I decided I did it because I wanted to see Z take a spoonful of hot sauce. So, your monies. Yes, I know my monies. Here's the thing. I thought I was going to be spending more at Furdu and I didn't. And I thought, I will just, you know... I'll just throw it to this subfest idea. If I was a smarter zebra, I wouldn't have done that. I would have saved it and, I don't know, fucking invested in the stock market and do like a long-term 5-year minimum, you know, trade with a certain percentage of growth when I did it. But I did none of those things. I supported my streamers, and I gave Scribbly Noodle chaos. So once in a while, I'll just, you know, I'll just have him on my screen, waiting for the moment when he goes and gets his, hot sauce. What kind of present do you think would make Miss Ivy at East Wind happy? Not asking for me, you understand. A friend of a friend wanted advice, and I'm having a tough time with the answer. Obviously, I can't just go direct to her. Let me know if you think of something. Wow. Yeah, that guy is really... Brosive? Who's Brosive? Frog! Frog, 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 frog! Oh, god damn it. Frog. 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 There we go. Frog. Alright, and then there's a well. There's probably going to be more frogs down there. Frog. Hang on. Grab that. Oh, dun 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 dun. Oh, bomb flower. Thank you. Frog. There we go. Frogs. Got a problem with the lingo? I don't have a problem with the lingo. I just thought Brosive was an actual person. It sounds like a very legitimate name, okay? Do not grab the... Alrighty, and then I'm gonna swap over to this thing. Alright, cave, chest. Alright, let's see if I can... Let's see if I can move that chest. Move it closer. Alright, open this. There we go. Can't carry any more shields. Oh. Fine, let's drop this one and put this in here. I need to get more slots to hold weapons and things. Otherwise, I'm just gonna constantly be picking up weapons and it's like, oh, your inventory is full. And I'm like, great. Here we go. But yeah. Ooh, hang on. Dun, 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 dun. All right, and then crouch. Break these. There we go. And then grab you to break this. And then... God damn you. Alright, you. Oh wait, I have a bomb. There we go. Bomb will help. And that's a weird thing. Thank you for the like. Alright, and then... Alrighty, 14, 23, 25. Here we go. Got the like stone. Open this chest. Can't carry any more shields. I don't want to get rid of the shield with the cart on it, however. Dunk dunk. Ding 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 ding. Hey, sapphire. Alright, there we go. Break you. Break you. Rock, salt, and amber. Thank you very much. Ooh, giant blooming seed. Giant bright bloom seed. Sorry, not giant blooming seed. Thank you. And then grab you. Thank you. Alright, moving on. Grab use. Hopefully I'm going the right way. Another hot-footed frog. Thank you very much. Dink. Thank you. Oh, it's one of those weird monkey things, isn't it? Oh, nope, I already fought him before. There we are. Grab the horn. Thank you. Another horn. Grab you. Actually, you know what? I can leave use be. Use this to ascend. There we go. Mine. Ding, 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 ding. Dunk. There we go. All that is mine. And then... bomb. You just want to make this tough for me, don't you? There we go. That's what we want happening. Break you. Thank you. Gotcha. Don't pick up all use. Oh, this puts me just back here now. Now I'm back to where I started, basically. Alright, here's what's happening. Elixir. There we go. Waste of an elixir, I will be real with you, but I wasn't paying attention to my energy levels. I will remember to double check them in future. Alrighty. The other thing I want to do is I want to see whether or not there was like any side caves I was missing. So, because I doubt... Yep, there we go. Alright, seeds, there we go. Just so we can see. It's not really necessary so we can see, but you know, it's so that we can see. And then we found the west well. Interesting. And then... rock hammer. There we go. Amber. Let's combine and see. You know what? I'm gonna put you on this. There we go, putting us here, which should hopefully be somewhere different. That's work. I need to take care of this. Hello? Anyone there? Hello? Hopefully didn't alienate everyone. It may have looked like I alienated everyone. I am so sorry. This is what happens when you're on call, is sometimes I have to step away for 15 minutes or so and providing my IT support. So sorry that has happened. Probably not the best thing probably not something you wanted to happen, but it happened. Golden apple. Dunk. Dirty. I reckon I'm gonna end the stream here, actually. Just the phone call, and just, you know, the vibe. Also, I need to get music running in the background. There is a lot of things I need to like fix in how I do things and what have you. So, and what's more is I didn't really give a lot of people a lot of heads up of, hey, I'm going to be streaming this evening. So there's that as well. Sorry for all that, but I'll be back online tomorrow evening. It's going to be the good old Final Fantasy XIV multi MMO RPG stream evening, so that's going to be happening. Sure, I'm going to be like on call and what have you for that one as well, but you know, there's only so much I can do. But if you'll stick with me, we'll go and raid into Scribbly Noodle, as they are currently in the middle of going through their subfest, and I think they will very much appreciate the raid. If any of you viewers are still there, where is my raid message? Here we go. Himbo raid. Shodash, you cutest guys, gals, and non-binary pals are prepared to get swole. Otherwise, I will say thank you, those of you who are still with me, for coming along to tonight's stream. I know we didn't really get through, you know, any big stuff in Tears of the Kingdom, but just thought I'd, you know, present that at the very least. I'm not too sure if I'll go through with more of it. I'll need to review whether or not people are interested. I know it's like a really big popular game, but some people might just want to experience it themselves rather than, you know, watching a streamer go through it and what have you, especially a streamer who's not going to go through the big story beats. But I'll have a look at, you know, plans and such like that. Final Fantasy tomorrow night, and then Sunday morning we'll do something, probably maybe something on the PC, who knows? But otherwise, I will leave you for the night as we go raid into Scribbly Noodle, and see you all next time. Bye for now.